This reminds me of when we were all covering the Jay Slater case. So, if an 18-year-old young man happens to be black, and his name is Nolan Wells. For the 4th of July, he hangs out with his black friends, he hangs out with his white friends because Nolan is not racist. Nolan, according to his family, let me close some of these down. Our notification just went out. Nolan is very open minded and kind and doesn't see the diversity at all, which I respect so greatly. Now, what happens is all up for grabs at this point because he is reported missing on the 4th of July, 11 p.m. New leaked photo that allegedly has been sent to his lawyer. Now, his lawyer, I say his, Nolan was found deceased. And on 2 days later, on July 6th in the morning. In the meantime, his phone was missing, his car, his keys to his car, to everything. And it all gets found by the parents, by the mother, who has to track it down. Right there, I suspect foul play. If your friend is missing, completely missing, you don't know where he is, and you have the keys, you have his phone, and you have his car, why on earth are you not getting a hold of the authorities and saying, hey, all his stuff got left behind? And then when his mama gets his phone back, his Snapchat is blank, and that's never happened. Like everything Nolan does, even at family occasions where they're just hanging out, he's constantly on Snapchat all day long, and it's blank. And there's deleted messages allegedly on this man's phone that's now been found deceased. Nolan, this screams foul play to me. However, before the autopsy is complete, the local officials have come out and said, no foul play suspected. How could you possibly know that? You couldn't, because the toxicology isn't back, because of all kinds of things. So we have a missing lad that was supposed to go. Okay, so he leaves on July 3rd to hang out with his friends and have a good time. And then by the 4th at 11 p.m., he's reported missing. Now there's a leaked photo that is really confusing us all, because it appears that what was sent to Nolan's family's lawyer, because his family got a lawyer, I'll have to get his name, Crumb. Let me see if it says, well, we'll get into it. The lawyer released the photo. In fact, I do have the name. Hold on. Attorney Crump. I say Crumb. Crump, like with a P, okay? P. He shares a photo that was sent to him that was taken allegedly on July 5th before 1 a.m. So between midnight and 1 a.m., there's a photo. Now, Nolan's been reported missing the day before at 11. So 11 to 1 a.m., you've only really, even though we're saying a day, you only got a couple hours in there. And it's showing Nolan at a pool party. But here's the problem. If Nolan is no longer on a boat and out in the water as what was previously believed, if this picture, this leaked, deleted, we're going to get into that, photo is real, then how did Nolan go from a pool on land to out to sea? Worse yet, they were looking for this young man all the time of the 5th and went through that area and never saw him. Come back on the 6th, he's there. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. We're digging into this, This has me back into the Jay Slater feelings. If you know, you know, and a lot of my 11 family do know because a lot of you covered the Jay Slater case thoroughly with me. Some of you are still on the case. I just personally don't see where I can go to get Jay justice when the courts have basically done their thing and said, it is what it is. Anyway, they never did say that Jay Slater wasn't pushed, right? So now we're in the Nolan Wells case. He's 18, and this picture that was leaked. Oh my gosh, I've got to share it with you because what I found in this picture is so creepy, and what was said in a different post is being verified in this leaked photo makes it feel to me so much more credible. So let's get into this. Welcome to my beautiful 1111 family, my beautiful private eyes. I love you guys. Let me wet my whistle real quick. Welcome to my amazing replay crew. You guys, you hyped the heck out of me this past week. The channel's growing. We've got new subscribers because you guys are pushing us out there. And in this case, I was in the middle of researching this case so that I could cover it. The hours got long because the information is just all over the place. And it was way late in the middle of the night when all of a sudden this deleted photo pops up with this post. It had been posted 6 hours before, but I hadn't seen it, from Attorney Crump. All right, so you guys, are you ready to dive in? Let's kind of break this down a little bit. How's everybody doing? Ben Crump, there it is. Most young people are always on Snapchat, right, Nikki? Yes, yes, yes. I mean, think about it. Your child goes missing on the 4th of July. He's 18. Let's pretend you have an 18-year-old child. And if you do, then play along with me here. And this child is reported missing. You use Life 360 to track his phone to a friend that knows he's missing and hasn't let you know they have the phone. Worse yet, they have the keys to his car and the car is parked at the house. And check this out, he denies having the keys at first. It takes pressure. It takes a lot of, okay, well, we about to tear this place up because his car parked right here. You got the keys. To get him to, oh, wait a minute. I'll call a friend. Yeah, keys. Oh, they're on the Xbox. The car is outside the person's house. The person is missing. I can't. This has got to be foul play, in my opinion. Now, what's even weirder is when they found Nolan Wells, may he rest in peace. He'd only been in the water for like not even 2 full days, if we go by everything that we're understanding, like less than 48 hours, and they can't identify him. They have to use dental records. Why? Well, what came out alongside this from another avenue is a story where allegedly this person is saying that there was a big fight at this pool party. We're going to get into all of it. This gets crazy. Dana, yo, good to see ya. I love your name. Good day to you, lovely. Good day to you. Hey, Nikki K. Smudger, Jenny Phil, Dee Dee Jones in the house. Thank you for helping me. All right, you guys. So I am on a time that I am never on, which is 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time. And so that's about 4 hours earlier than I usually go live. So I didn't expect, hey, Nina, I didn't expect a great deal of people to show up for the live. I know we'll get a ton of replay, but thank you for joining the live if you were available. And thank you so much for replay to all of you that are like, wait a minute, I didn't know Mama D was going live at 11 o'clock in the morning. What's she doing? Well, I didn't want to hold off. Oh, this way. I didn't want to hold off on all this because I feel this is really important. So not only that, but there's a recording of video earlier in the day on the 4th where you can hear someone screaming about, give me back my frickin' phone. Is it Nolan? Or is it his friend that had an altercation right before that? Well, his friend came out and a friend of a friend came out. One of them says that it's actually him saying, give me back my freaking phone to his girlfriend that he's fighting with. However, now there's rumors that, yeah, that happened, but there was a big fight just a few minutes later that carried on to a pool party, and it doesn't look good. It looks really, really bad. I get where his parents would be questioning everything. And the fact that he's Black and in an all-white community, almost all white, by far the minority there, in Mississippi. I'm from the South. I know how things work, and I know there are very racist people. I'll be honest. I didn't want my kids raised like that. I raised my kids in the North. And one of the reasons is because, and I'm not afraid to say it, there are those in the South that are extremely racist, and it's disgusting and sickening. And I don't like that mindset. Now, it just happens to be, coincidentally, that my middle son's best friend happens to be Black. And he's like my own son. So I'm not racist, but I can understand where the family's looking around. Because if you had your son there, it don't matter the color. That person had his phone, that person had his keys and his car, didn't say shit. And now the police aren't even going to look at it? Something wrong there. Something wrong there. Hey, you say you're welcome, Mama D. Thank you for covering Nolan Wells. To me, it's so much like the Jay Slater case. It's all with the friends, and they're all giving us these bullshit stories. Roofer says the police report that his mother came and got his car from the lake parking lot. Something's all weird. Yeah, see, I don't have all the facts. I'm just going to show you what I've got. All right, let's dig into this together. And there's so much to show you. I'll let you guys be the judge. Like I said, this is all over the place. I by no means, I want to make this clear. I by no means understand at this point what could have happened to Nolan. He was found in the water. He left on a boat. There seems to be this missing investigation into what happened in the middle here. And to make things even more confusing, one of the boys he was with, their mother is a judge. And that judge and all them boys deleted their social media accounts. All of them, including the judge. She says so herself before she deletes that. And they lawyered up. Some of these folks lawyered up while Nolan was just missing. Oh my gosh. This is like, here's a red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag all day long. And why would the local police department already be out there saying, no foul play? Right after the judge, who is the mother of one of the boys that was with this kid, comes out and does this whole statement. We're going to share it all. We'll share it all. So it looks like he had frenemies like Jay Slater. Okay, you're feeling this already, and I haven't even showed you it. All right, let's take a look at this. I keep saying that and I don't click over. Let's do her. Alive on see, I've got Jay Slater on my mind. Alive on July 5th? Question. Is this a leaked photo? There's so much wrong with this photo. But before we get there, keep in mind, I also have statements that we've got recorded here that I grabbed of Nolan's friends speaking up. And something's weird with that too. All right, let's talk about the guys he was allegedly with. Yeah, with the sheriff and the judge, possibly a cover up. Something going down here. So I support the need for absolute transparency and truth here. So we have Nolan right here. He's got the red necklace on. He's black. And then you have these three white friends, right? Frenemies, maybe? Or friends. I don't know yet, but it's suspicious in every way. Now, I don't know which one of these friends, his mom, is the judge. I have no idea. But Nolan allegedly left with these people and left his black friends behind. He went to hang out with these guys on a boat. And the last anybody seen him was around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, there was a girl involved. I don't go into too much detail on that. She is being investigated as well, but she's not the one, from my understanding, that had the keys or the phone or the car. I'm more concerned about that person, and it sounds like they are a male. So we're just going to touch the tip of the iceberg on this case and let you be the judge and see what you think. One of the 3 young men who traveled by boat to Horn Island with Nolan Xavier Wells on the 4th of July was the first to report him missing that night. Authorities confirm Thursday. At approximately, now keep in mind, this is where it gets really weird right now. Like right now, at approximately 11 p.m. on July 4th, 2026, the Coast Guard was notified of a missing person near Horn Island. U.S. Coast Guard Petty Officer Cheyenne Bristow said Thursday the initial notification did not require Coast Guard assistance. So, why not? Was the missing report given that he went in a boat? And the last I saw him, he was in a boat and headed out to the water, because that's what they've all said is the last thing they saw him. He was in a boat. And then the friends that were with him, the frenemies or friends, they're suggesting that when they got to the place, they were all hanging out, that Nolan met a girl and was talking to her and told them, just go on without me. I'm going to hang out here on this island or this land, and I'm going to talk to this girl, and we're going to be hanging out. So go ahead, do your own thing. And so they left him behind. And that was initially the biggest issue, is everybody's like, why would you leave a man behind? Nobody does that. You don't go boating with people and you leave someone behind, let alone alone by themselves without their family or friends, and they're just with strangers. You don't do that. But now there's so much more to this. If he's reported missing by 11 p.m. on July 4th, then this comes out. Look. This photo. Now we're going to be breaking this down 3 ways to Sunday. Attorney Crump, which is the attorney for the family, released this last night. Repost of Chantella something. Nolan Wells investigation update. Tarot TV, I think. Chanel Tarot TV. Nolan Wells investigation update. The streets are talking. Now listen. I don't know if these are facts or rumors because no official statement have been confirmed. We sometimes have to follow all clues until the truth is found. Here is what was discovered on social media last night. Social media allegations claim a photo exists of Nolan at a landmark based pool party in Jackson County before 1 a.m. on July 5th. But he was reported missing at 11 p.m. And this is after that. That would be huge. That would suggest that Nolan was on land. So then, how did the boy's body get found out at sea? You feel me? My dad did also. Everyone deserves respect. Absolutely. Deanna says, I was raised in Texas. I'm coming up on 62 now, but in middle school, we had a very few Black Americans in our class. We treated these students with dignity and respect. My folks taught us to respect all. Exactly. It has no bearing what color your skin is. You got white people out here paying for a tan so they can get dark skin. This is silly. That's how I feel about racism. Wouldn't miss a live Mama D. Thank you, Catherine. I love you. And then gorgeous color. Justice for Nolan. God bless him. Liverpool, UK. He's got support all over the world. This is viral. This case is exploding. Now, Jennyville was the one that put the bug in my ear, and she says, I can't stop watching this case. I'm trying to figure it out. Will you take a look? And I was like, I'll take a look. Because Jennyville's one of our family members here at 1111. And so I was looking into it, and I'm like watching Jay Slater deja vu. Like, this is uncanny parallels in this case, and I'm floored. So let's talk about this picture. I recorded some of what was being said here. So this is what it says up here, and then let's skip ahead. This Christina Keys person says, and not one of these 25 people said that he was actually here at this pool party, meaning his body was driven back out and dumped. That also means that the judge is complicit. The stepmom gave that statement knowing the victim was at the house that night. Whole lot of witnesses, says Body Girl. Hold on, it's going too fast. Okay. The worst part is, now listen to this one. Estelle Dupree says, the worst part is that boy's mother-in-law, I think it was the stepmom actually, the boy's stepmom, helped maintain the narrative that Nolan had remained on the island for several days and is now trying to turn the situation around by portraying herself as a victim on online harassment. Once again, we can clearly see how this woman uses the media to present herself as a victim and create a distraction from the case itself. It is crucial to stay focused on the family's tactics while continuing to search for the truth about Nolan. And they're writing it from Belgium. Now listen, this gets wild. About face makeup rights. The mother knew all of this because she was there, and she made everyone go home after an altercation broke out between Nolan and the boys, but they would not let Nolan go home. It was reported that he was spitting up blood because of an altercation that he had with one of the boys. It was said that his head was split open and his skull was crushed with matches. Why they had to do dental records to identify him. You don't need dental records after being in the water for just 2 days. Someone was seen cleaning the boat in the middle of the night, and that is because, hold on. Now, this is all alleged on Facebook, just, at this point, rumor, right? But it's on the attorney's website. It says someone was cleaning the boat in the middle of the night, and that is because they put his body on the boat and dumped him after his father and his coach went to look for him in the same area, but couldn't find him. They need to start making arrests today. All right? Dang. That's not the only person saying that. We're going to find out somebody is claiming that they was there, and they're calling Nolan no-nos. which is allegedly his nickname. And they give the same report, but more detail. Will it come out that this picture is real and that this is what happened? This is going to get confusing, but at the same time, we got to get to the bottom of it. All right, let me go ahead, grab this. Let's see what Joy RD General says. Pay attention to this statement that was made. Nolan was like a brother to me. Nolan was like a brother to me. Nolan was like a brother to me. That was stated by his friend before Nolan's body was found. That's why they want you to pay attention, because he was like a brother to you. Not is, right? This before the body was found or washed ashore. Where speaking in the past tense, should have been Nolan is like a brother to me. That detail is telling without telling. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And then, let's continue on here. At this point, there appears to be a probable cause for law enforcement to obtain ring camera footage, identify and secure the boat, examine the children's cell phones, and pursue any additional evidence through appropriate search warrants or subpoenas due to the apparent inconsistencies in the statements provided. AC Allison Hun, I don't know if there's a timestamp on the original photo, but there must be, or they put it through metadata, because they're suggesting that this was before 1 a.m. on July 5th. I have no idea where they come up with that date, but it would suggest there may have been a date on the metadata or the picture itself. I don't have that, but yeah, good question though. Your gut is screaming, Jennyville. Yeah. How long was they there till Nolan went missing? So allegedly, they saw him by 5 o'clock on the 4th. And by 11 p.m., they reported him missing. So I would say a 6-hour window. But now with this leaked, deleted photo, now here's the thing. If that photo is real, he wasn't in no boat out at sea, most likely. He was at a pool party and having this altercation. Now check this out also. When we look at this picture, there's some problems, all right? So let's go over here. Let's compare some of the guys that Nolan was seen last with, okay? So we have this guy right here. You can see him right here buddied up with Nolan Wells. I don't know his name. I'm just saying, here's a picture. He's got the same shorts on, it appears, and Nolan has the same shorts as this picture right here. So these two were hanging out during the day. This guy right here on the far, let me get my drawing. Get my drawing stick. Okay, this fella is important to me. I'm going to show you why. First of all, I think that's him. I do think that's him there. I think they're all together still, but it may not be him, okay? But is this him right here? Let me just grab this picture, and is this the same dude? Right here. He's got the same build. He's got the same jawline. He's got that strong-ass chin. Is this the same dude? Is this his pool party? I don't know. Is this dude at this pool party? It just looks the same guy. What do you guys think? Do you think it's the same guy? I know a lot of you are just getting in going, Mama D live. What? Let me grab my tea. Coffee bottoms up. Thank you, AC Allison. All right. So, do you feel me? This guy, let's just make him front and center for a minute. Looks an awful lot like this dude right here. So let's make this small. Let's make this big. You know what? Let's not make this big. Let's undo that. Let's copy it and just break this dude right out of the picture. And let's make it as big as... If that's not the same dude, I would be shocked. If that's not the same dude, let's crop it a little more so we can get the face to face. All right. You see what I'm saying? The same nose. That's Evan. Looks very similar. That's boy Evan, whose house the party was held at. All right, I've already gained some ground. So, if Nolan Wells was with this kid all day, this picture has a person, Evan, allegedly in it, and it's his house allegedly. That could mean that this picture is real because we already got a picture. We already know for a fact that this Evan kid was with him in the day. So allegedly there was a pool party afterward, but we don't know. We get this pool picture, and in the picture, it looks like Evan, right? It looks like this kid. So I'm starting to lean more and more that this picture could be real. Same features. Nikki's saying, yeah, same features in your opinion. Had to restart. We'll put it on double speed. Get in here, Allison. She who must obeyed, be obeyed. Oh, she who must be obeyed. Okay. Look at Nolan's body language. He looks extremely uncomfortable. He looks terrified. But y'all, there's some major things wrong with this picture. So I just wanted to compare these two, get your thought. Give me a 1 in chat if you think that this could be the same person. Give me a 2 if you're like, no. Carla says same features. Evan deleted that photo quickly after it was posted. Yeah, so remember when I told you that these boys all deleted their social media? This picture was allegedly from their social media that they deleted. That's why it's a leaked, deleted photo. But somebody else had grabbed it. Nolan Wells' Snapchat is gone. Could he have also taken pictures at that pool party with Evan that they didn't want shown to anybody? Because remember, somebody else had Nolan's phone, right? 1-1, well, that's dodgy, right? Right, dodgy. Okay. So this is one of about 10 things I got to show you in this picture that really, really, really bothered me. So let's go ahead. Let's put him over here. We'll just keep our little pictures over here in case we want to blow them back up. So already it's highly likely, according to what I'm seeing, it's my belief, I'll put it that way. I believe that this kid right here in front center, let me get my drawing stick. This dude, I believe, is this dude. Oh, sorry. Y'all, it's almost too early for Mama D's brain. Is this dude. See where I'm coming from? Erasing that phone is a felony, potentially 20-year sentence. Indeed. And if it is found out that his phone was kept from him, that is a form of, like, what is that called? Abduction or kidnapping or something. It's like not holding someone against their will because they can't call 911 if you take their phone. So we learned in the Jack and Lily Sullivan case when Daniel Martell allegedly took his girlfriend's phone, allegedly, that now he's facing possibly 20 years up the river over this. But the courts are saying nobody can name who the victim is that he took the phone of, even though we all know Malaya Brooks, the mother of the missing children, claimed that Daniel Martell, her boyfriend, took his phone. The point being in that case is that that phone got removed from her and she wasn't allowed to call 911, which is in a sense holding someone against their will. It's a huge no-no. So it's different when they're a minor and you're a parent. But that may change in the future too. Right now, it's what you do when you ground a kid, take their phone. Now, there is some people that are suggesting that Nolan himself left his keys and his phone on the boat. There is no way you would just leave your phone on the boat when you're going to be on land. Because if somebody leaves with the boat, you ain't got your phone. If you need to make a call, you ain't got your phone. Somebody could steal it back on the boat. That doesn't wash for me. All right, you guys, let's go ahead, take all that off and that too that I just added. And let's shrinky dink this one down and let's get to some of these disturbing things in this picture. So right here we have allegedly, let's bring it front and center, Nolan Wells. And he looks mighty uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable. No way teen left their phone. Right, Carla? Warren is the judge's son. Well, thank you for sharing that. They used the phone to keep him there. Also, like you said, no communication. Why? Yes, Carla, hostage. Nikki says, wonder if Evan Parent is the judge. I guess it is, according to she whom must be obeyed. Okay, we're just going to call you she whom. She. She says Warren is the judge's son. Now, I'm not sure who Warren is, but he might be the one with the longer hair, the white boy with the long hair. I just don't understand why the other circle. Okay, we're going to get into that too. I think something's going on there. Okay. We have Nolan allegedly in this picture right here. Let's make it as big as possible. And I'm going to try to lighten this picture up and make some sense of it because it's photographed very darkless. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. We're going to brighten it up. Now it's very pixelated. Let's try to pull back a little bit of the color. What I'm seeing is this person, this feller, has his hand wrapped around here as if he's got something in his hand that Nolan is looking at. Nolan's got his hand almost in the position as to take it from the person, in my personal opinion. I'm going to show you what I'm saying, then we'll go back to the picture. This person's coming from around back. He's coming around the side here to hand him something. It appears that Nolan is like over twisting his hand to grab it. What do you think? So I don't know what is being handed there. I can see some light, which makes me think it could be someone's phone. This is where I'm puzzled, y'all. What is that light right here? Let's get our drawing stick. What is this light source? Doesn't it look like a phone? I don't know. Do you guys think that could be a phone? He was kidnapped. Why? And please use in my opinion right now. Just call me Tangy, honey. Okay, sweetheart. Make sure and use in my opinion, because I'm reading your comment loud. And because of that, it makes it sound like it's my statement. When you say in your opinion, it reminds me to say that too, so that we don't have problems on the channel. Erin Lizzie says, hello, friends. Well, hello, lovely. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. So does it look like Nolan has a phone here? We're going to be visiting this picture more, I have a feeling. So that was my main thing. Is this a phone? You feel me? Something weird there. But by all accounts, this does look like Nolan to me. Now, let's get into this. There's more. You know what? That phone wouldn't have been that important to me, but I'm not a young person. Yeah, I know, but if you needed help, a phone becomes literally a life-saving event. All right, so we've talked about this dude, right? We've talked about Nolan's picture. Now, I want to ask you something. These people, they're all very young in this picture. They all look about 18 maybe, right? They all look 18 years old. Except for this dude. This dude. Like, what is he, 35? Anybody else notice this dude? Could be. Okay, Vanilla says, hi, everybody. Question, is there a difference on the chat? If live or top, I'm confused where I need to be. Just choose live. Just choose live. It's a lot easier for you. I have to choose live every time I go live. I have everything in my phone. Definitely not young anymore. Truly. Okay, alleged. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Okay. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with this picture. I don't understand why. Yes, says it. Yeah, Mr. USA is a grown man. And he's got USA shaved in his chest. Okay, that's almost like a scary picture. All it is a couple of these teenage boys with these little teenage girls, and then you got a grown-ass man that body builds, apparently, that's got USA shaved in his chest, and he ain't looking happy. Everybody else, let's just look at everybody else. Okay, we got 3 people not so happy in this photo. Let's talk about them. Okay, so the first person not happy looks like Nolan. Okay, the second person not looking happy in this photo is this man, and I'm just gonna give it to you straight. It's like that Sesame Street song. One of these things doesn't belong here. One of these things isn't the same. And it's the age. The age. This man does not fit this group of people. Okay? Look at this group of people. We got somebody that looks, every one of these people look like they might be starting college. This dude, he's old enough to be teaching college. He's definitely not, a teeny bopper, is he? Is he someone's daddy? So we have an adult. So right there, if there's any truth to this photograph, I hope to God, I pray, Jesus, please, get them law enforcement over there to talk to that man. He should be front and center. Aaron's like, he's provided. Okay, remember, y'all, you need to say, in my opinion, allegedly, I think. Otherwise, I can't read your statement. So I'm going to put it for you. Aren says, in her opinion, he's provided them drugs and alcohol. Could it be a chaperone for the younger kids? All right, let's try to think positive that it's a chaperone. He looks 40, for real. I think I dated this guy. I'm joking. Nikki K. Friendly, remind me, please, in my opinion, or allegedly, please, we need to protect our amazing channel, and thank you very much. Yeah, you're wondering. I get it. In your opinion. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. All right. So that was one. I mean, we got so much to cover, so we got to keep moving. Next. Get ready. Brace yourself. I'm just going to give you a trigger warning. Beep, 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 trigger warning. Beep, 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 trigger warning. Look at this. What is going on with this kid? Why does he look horrified? And this other dude has embraced him like a body slam position, and this kid is looking horrified. I told y'all I was going to show you all kinds of things in this picture that look horrifying. So, Nolan looks scared. This little kid looks scared. This little kid looks like he might be 18. Maybe. Okay? 2 males on the far left. The kids look scared. Right, Charlie? Right. This is crazy to me. This bothers me to no end because it almost puts a foreshadowing of something nefarious that is planned. Like this kid knows something is wrong. Are they bullying him? Are they being bullies? Irene Lizzie says they're bullies in her opinion. He does look scared. Yeah, he looks terrified. Looks like he's about to cry, y'all. It broke my heart. And if this is really the last photo with Nolan Wells, what was actually planned, and is there any other missing kid? Let's talk to this guy and find out what happened to him. Because look at this. Look at the way his body, right? Let's go ahead and open this picture up a little bit. Let's look at how he's got his body. Okay? The man that is terrified, the young feller here, has his arms straight down to his sides. This dude behind him looks a little bit bigger, huh? Like twice his size. I mean, even his old fat head is absolutely twice the size of this guy's. And he's got his entire body wrapped around what looks to be like his new love for a teddy bear. And this kid's like, I'm going to make his face. This is literally what he's doing. That's not an okay face. There's something wrong with this kid. So these are some of the things I was looking at this picture. I'm going, what in the actual world? All right, let's get over here. What is this circled for? What is this circled for? I do not know what these things are. Are they the legs of benches? Are they lights? Are they people put their drinks over there? What do you guys think this is? Yeah, he looked limp. The other one guy with the tattoos, Vanilla says, oh my, that's awful. This is not good. Told you I got some stuff to share with y'all that I'm just freaking out on. Bullies with the backing of a judge, in your opinion? That's what we're all wondering. Looks worried, in your opinion? Nikki K says, reminds me of Haji and Jay at the pool party. Oh my gosh. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Remember Haji at the pool party? Had his arm all around Jay. Jay's pointing to his glasses, right? Jay didn't smile. He was like, and we were all like, what does this mean? What does he mean by pointing to his glasses? Because Jay Slater went missing and then was found dead over a cliff that he just allegedly, according to the court system, walked off in the middle of daylight. No, we don't ever buy that, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So y'all help me with this picture. What is this? That's what you thought, Queen? That's what you thought. Queen, let me see if I can say it right. Serdatus? Serdatus? Queen Serdatus? Can we call you Queen? Tanya says they're saying those prongs are what was used as weapons to murder Nolan. I'll betcha. You think they're beer cans, Mississippi coffee lover? Hello, lovely. Good to see you. Drinks. Okay. Dang. Why would they circle them if they're drinks? Okay, I will tell you, they're not drinks. They're something else, and we just don't know what they are yet. Here's what I'm going to tell you. They're not all drinks. If you look down here, let me get my drawing stick. Every one of them has these prongs. Pronged feet. Like this. So drinks don't have pronged feet. I don't know what those are. What are they? They're not drinks. Hey, Nick Schlick. I think Nolan may have actually made it back, and they may have done something on the mainland and dumped him later that night or early morning. Do any of these kids' parents have boats? Yep. Yep, they do. In fact, it's being alleged by some people that the boat, their boat, the friend's parents' boat, was being cleaned late at night. Queen says, I just thought it was beer and 5% alcohol beverages, and they're underage, so it's all illegal. Those aren't beer. Those are something with prongs, like pronged feet. Okay, let's get back into it. There's a reason they're circled, that's right. Cashmere, that's the stuff you hold the tarpon to cover the pool when it's not good. Okay, let's look at this a different way. I think she's right. I think that's the tarpon. If that's the tarpon that you use to roll out and cover the pool with, it would make a good tarp as well if something did happen and there was a lot of blood. Is it possible that in this fight that somebody fell onto one of these sharp tarpons? Like, didn't maybe there was a fight allegedly and it went too far and Nolan fell and was impaled in some way, maybe in the head or something, or took a hard hit to the head on the cement over there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, use in your opinion, please, Tanya. In your opinion, they were cleaning, or you could say rumor has it, because that's what it is. Rumor has it that they were cleaning the boat in the middle of the night for some reason, and allegedly it was a crime scene. Oh, that's why they're leaning side to side. Okay. Looks like we jet spas. I'm just wondering if the reason they circled this area, if it's jet spas, whatever it is, if during some altercation, if Nolan could have fallen and gotten impaled by one of them or something, and that they would have been held responsible. It's scary, awful. Okay. And the tarp is rolled up. It's circled for a reason. We just don't know why yet. So I wanted to bring this to you. All right, let's go ahead. Let's make this small. Let's continue. We've got a few more pictures here to look at. I want you to take a note of this, and this is one of the most important things to look at right now in this picture for me. So what do you see here? What have I pulled out and enlarged? From Roofer says Nolan's body is in Washington, D.C. for an independent autopsy. We may learn more. We will. There is definitely going to be stuff coming out. Yes. Allegedly. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Tanny. Tanya. Thank you. Yes. Allegedly, he was crying for his mom. This gets heartbreaking, y'all. There's so much to cover. Okay, we've got to go. We've got to go. I'm so late. We're gonna be running late on the other lives, and I'm not gonna hurry. So, we'll get to them when we get to them. If you are waiting on the other live, somebody go over to the other lives and tell them that we're over here and we're not done because I can't just speed this up. I've got a ton to show you. Those kids are talking, the Spencer girl and another person. She was the person that informed the father the car keys were on the Xbox at Jax's house. Truth. That is what the family is saying. Thank you, Tanya. Does anybody knows what this is? Anybody telling me what this is? Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Come on. What have I blown up? What's on your screen? You want me to lighten it? Somebody tell me what this is a picture of. It's important. It's really important. All right. Let's go ahead, lighten and brighten. What are you seeing, folks? What are you seeing? I'm getting it brighter for you. I'll try to make it like daylight. You tell me what you're seeing. Basketball hoop. Oh, I did that loud. Claudia, right. Basketball hoop. That's important. Crime True Bestie. Hello, lovely. You have coffee and crime shows. Well, awesome. Sounds like boy's fooling around and had his phone messing with him. And you could be right. Something happened. Makes me think of Riley Strain. Friends aren't what they used to be. A group of people. Okay. What I'm showing you, yeah, a group of people, yes. But this picture. This is what I'm showing you right here. A basketball hoop. Now, let's get down here to what got said. Now I went over to a new channel. It's so make sure go get this channel. Big love. Let me shrink it down so you can see it. There we go. Big G Kish. Not sure how to say it, but I want you to go give him some love. He's got a lot more subscribers than me, almost triple. 129 subscribers there, 129,000, right? And that's his channel. And I went over there and I got this. So he's going to share with us something else, man. I mean, this is something else.
Someone elaborating on what had allegedly taken place that night. Check it out, y'all. Nolan's nickname is No-No, right? So it says, bro, No-No didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend. No-No and Wyatt did get into an altercation right after that, not even 10 minutes later, cause Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my fucking phone back. Ninja, what's wrong with you?
Okay, hold up. So we have a video I am about to share with you that many thought was Nolan saying, give me back my phone. However, it's come out that that recording is not necessarily Nolan. Other people, let me grab that one too. This friend of Nolan's was having an argument with his girlfriend and claims that what you're about to hear isn't Nolan, but himself having a fight with his girlfriend. Okay? But yet, a few minutes later, the same thing happens between Nolan and one of the friends. And they took his phone too. So that would be almost too coincidental. But yet we have friends coming out saying, that's me on the video, dude. I'm the one yelling at my girlfriend, give me back my phone. They came out clean in an interview to the Rolling Stones saying, that wasn't Nolan in the video. That's me saying to my girlfriend, give me back my freaking phone. But was it? And then we got this person that is saying, yeah, that fight wasn't Nolan. That isn't Nolan in the recording. But Nolan did have his phone taken, and it was 10 minutes later, and it carried on and on throughout the night. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to show you the video that went viral that everybody questioned. Is this Nolan saying, give me back my phone? So this is also from Attorney Crump, the attorney for Nolan's family. A body believed to be Nolan Wells has been found near the west end of Horn Island after an extensive search. Of course, this was 5 days ago. Now, a TikTok video is circulating that allegedly captured people arguing on the beach on the 4th of July. As of now, authorities have not confirmed whether this video is authentic or connected to Nolan's case. Investigators are asking anyone who was on Horn Island that day to come forward with photos, videos, and information that could help establish what happened. So this is the video that was going around. Now, a friend is saying this is him. A friend of Nolan's is saying this is him yelling, "Give me back my freaking phone." And another friend of Nolan's, a black friend of Nolan's, is saying, "Yeah, that wasn't Nolan. That was another one of our friends." Okay? So here, I know it's confusing. Here you go. Listen close. So, I don't know if you heard it. I'm going to play it again. And then they scroll over really forever slow till they get right in here, and they circle it in this video and say that's where they're hearing it from. There's no way they would hear that from way over there. They're hearing that either on this boat or beside this boat, in my opinion. So then we get this. Here's a picture. This is the Rolling Stones exclusive. And it's dated July 12th, 2026. One of the Wells' close friends tells Rolling Stone he's the person who can be heard shouting in the viral videos circulating online. Here's a picture of the fellow right here. Okay? So that's what he says. He says that's him. And then this friend comes out and backs up that guy. Listen to this. This is one of Nolan's friends that was with him that day on the 4th. Listen.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into an altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it.
Okay. So this kid is Nolan's friend. He was on a different boat with the kid that is having a fit about his freaking phone. And this kid is saying, I was trying to calm him down. So, not sure. Tried to do it in an okay way. Tanya says that's the same boy who said those boys are known for being heavy drug users. Please don't put the actual name of drugs in my, and we'll have one of the mods delete that comment. We're not allowed by YouTube standards and guidelines to name specific drugs like you did. And so I'll have that removed, please. But I get what you're saying. And we use the word drugs instead of drugs. I know YouTube is difficult. We're not like TikTok and so forth. We have rules we have to follow. And if we don't, we get in trouble. Yeah, we don't want YouTube moaning. And I'm just educating y'all so that we can keep working together. Can someone tell me what's going on? Hey, J.E. girl, you're going to have to rewind, lovely. This is a mess. All right, so let's continue. So this kid is a friend of Nolan's. He was with him on the 4th before he goes missing. He gets separated from him. He is on a different boat. This viral video that is right here where you can hear someone screaming, a male, give me back my freaking phone, all right? This guy is the one that's saying, that was me. I was mad at my girlfriend. I'm the one saying that. Then you have the other friend that was with Nolan saying, yeah, that wasn't Nolan on that video, saying, give me back my phone. That was this dude up here, our other friend. All right? Are you following me so far? I get you. My grandson was a Scotsman. You never heard of this case? Okay, just follow me. It's a huge case we're going to be covering. And it reminds me of Jay Slater, like a parallel. You're Scottish, so it's a dialect thing. Okay. All right, I get you. All right, so, but if we go back up here, where was it? Let's just get into this. Right. Uno momento, I lost something. I gotta find it too, because it's real important. What did I do with it? Where did I do with that one? Did I delete it? Hold on, y'all. Where's the video? Okay, I'm gonna hit the back button and do it again. Okay. I moved something around and I lost my place. So we're live. There's technical difficulty. Got it. I had deleted it. I'm so glad we backed up. So before we listen to Big G-Kish, which is going to break down somebody allegedly leaking all the details of what really happened, is saying there was a pool party and that an altercation broke out, that they didn't let Nolan leave because he was spitting up blood, crying for mom. This gets ugly, y'all. Warning. Okay, here we go. Go check out Big G-Kish. Here we go.
Someone elaborating on what had allegedly taken place.
I agree.
That night.
It is a
Check it out, y'all. Nolan's nickname is No-No.
So
right? So it says, bro,
No
didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend. No and Wyatt did get into an altercation right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my fucking phone back, ninja. What wrong with you? So this is them letting us know what we already knew, y'all. So they all calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, Nono came to the party and yes, we was drinking.
Pause. Look at this picture, right? Let's get over here. Look at this picture. That fits exactly what this person's saying because this is Evans, allegedly. Let me get me my drawing stick. This is Evans. This is his house. This is a pool party. We have Nolan right here. We got this freaked out little boy. And keep in mind, there is the basketball hoop. Okay? Now let's go back down and see what he says. Well, I just lost that same video again, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, got it. Go right up here. Well, dang it, I lost it again. Just give me a minute. Okay. Let's start it here. Let's just start it over. I'll just stay.
Someone elaborating on what had allegedly taken place that night. Check it out, y'all. Nolan's nickname is No-No, right? So it says, bro, No-No didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our other friend. No-No and Wyatt did get into an altercation right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan was definitely screaming, give me my fucking phone back, ninja. What the wrong with you? So this is them letting us know what we already knew, y'all. So they all calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, No came to the party, and yes, we was drinking. But Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really hot. Oh my gosh. It's coming out, y'all. And I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalia to try some as well. But yeah, what was they trying to try? This correlates with what the friend was saying when he was being interviewed by TMZ. Remember the substances that he was talking about. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party. It didn't end until almost 1 a.m. I know Evan's mom kicked us all out. Once they started fighting, it was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt and Warren was basically recording and laughing, saying, get him, get him. And all I could hear was No screaming, Mom. So yeah, he was screaming, Mom. While the boys was recording and laughing, they phones need to be confiscated. This is what I mean. These sheriffs and shit that's out there in Mississippi, they taking their damn time. So you got Nolan up here screaming and shit while everybody...
Y'all probably know that my young'uns, at the time that Jay Slater went missing, were 19 and 20. Well, now they're 22 and 23. Well, almost 22. This month they'll be 22. So 21 and 23. To hear that allegedly Nolan was screaming, Mom, it's crushing. I want to rewind time and have his mom walk up and be like, oh, get away from him, right? I don't know if this is true, but this is what this person's claiming.
He's recording. This shit is making me mad. So yes, I tried helping. Then his mom come out screaming, yelling, drunk, make us leave, and was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let No leave. And No was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside...
Wait. Let's go look at that picture again. Okay? Just hold on. I just showed you that we have Evan, allegedly, at his house in a picture with the pool party with Nolan Wells right there with that freaked out little boy right here that's being bear hugged. But right here, we got a basketball hoop. We got the basketball hoop. They're saying this person's alleging they was there. The last thing they saw was Nolan Wells by the basketball hoop by the pool, spitting up blood, and they was still going at him, and he was screaming, Mom. I'm so angry and hurt if that is true. I pray to God this isn't true. But if it is, I hope they're all held accountable. Whatever those things are, they're metal. Right, look closer, right. I know, Piper, it's breaking my heart too. Why didn't they seize all these phones? Sorry for the caps, but I'm freaking mad. I know, Carla. That's why I said I come on early. I couldn't contain myself when I heard all this case and everything. And I'm like, this has got to be handled appropriately. These people need to be held accountable. Ravens for life, all this happened, but no videos. You can't believe these people. We don't know. That's the part that we don't know right now. Is it an AI video based on the rumors? Is it a real video? I don't know. Or video, I'm saying video. Photograph, picture. I don't know. Let's get back into what they're saying here. Okay. It's just hard to take.
What I mean, these sheriffs and shit that's out there in Mississippi, they taking their damn time. So you got Nolan up here screaming and shit while everybody recording. This shit is making me mad. So yes, I tried helping. Then his mom come out screaming, yelling, drunk, make us leave, and was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let Nono leave. And Nono was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it and gasping for air and spitting up. Oh my God. But now his mom know I just got off the phone with her. So they just...
How did they know about the basketball hoop that was in the pool? That's not always there, right? That's just... Lisbon says, in my opinion, it's real. That's why they deleted their accounts, thinking they were smart, and deleted Nolan Wells's Snapchat, because it would have had pictures of this pool party with the basketball hoop. And when this comes out and you see the picture and you're looking at it and you're like, hold the phone, dude. This guy Evans, right here holding this drink, is in the picture. It's allegedly his house party. You've got the basketball. Got the basketball net right there, the hoop thing in the pool, just like this person is saying. And it's just got me floored.
He didn't let Nono leave. And Nono was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it and gasping for air and spitting up.
Okay, let's get back over here. We're going to talk some serious shite. I'm going to tell you what this was about, in my humble opinion. Okay. If you look here, this guy is smiling 3 smiles to Sunday. And you got this boy. I said it looks premeditated, whatever this is, because this boy is terrified looking. He looks like, please God, help me. Okay? You got Nolan, a guy around his neck. Nolan not looking good either. Not, in fact, looking extremely uncomfortable. Okay, so we've got all these people. Let's push them over here for a minute. You got this guy. What I think's been going on here is Nolan was entering college. And after covering several cases, including in depth into the Idaho 4 case, hazing usually precedes your freshman year. It's Hell Week. It's the week where you got to decide where you're going to go in school. And a lot of times these college guys haze. Good question. Why wasn't 911 called when he was sick? Look closer, says basketball hoop. The judge had way too much to say. I had that too. Police can still pull the photos. They aren't that smart though. Would you allow them to take your 17 to 18-year-old son out to D.C. without seeing him in the morgue, to touch him, to verify him in person, even if it's only his teeth? No, I would see my child. Gets better, so cops say, okay. All right, you guys, I don't understand this craziness. It gets even worse. It's even worse. Truly. Okay, so what if this was a pre-planned hazing by the college dudes? I mean, look. We got this dude right here that's still immature enough to be hanging out with a bunch of young'uns. He's got USA shaved into his chest hair. He looks about, I don't know, 15 years older than the rest of these kids, okay? You've got Nolan Wells not looking like he's comfortable at all. This dude has his arm around him like Haji did around Jay Slater. And then you got this dude who's also bear hugging this little bitty Pip here, this little bitty feller who looks absolutely terrified. This to me looks like there's some shit going down. And it looks to me like, and this is just my humble opinion, maybe that dude that's older is a chaperone. Or maybe the younger one planned on whooping some people's asses and called their big brother out there or a big friend out there. I can't be sure. Just thoughts running through my head. So let's get into what this guy, now this is an ex-judge. He was a judge and he's retired. That wasn't hazing. That was, could be that too. But please, if you can't use allegedly or in my opinion, then I'm going to start ignoring your name and your comments. Or you can ask a question. Queen says, who unlocked the phone and who's the 40-year-old man with the young girl? Thank you. I would see my child absolutely crying. Bianca says, I don't think that pic was AI because it was on Evan's page before they deleted everything. Allegedly. Unless you saw it yourself. Oh, y'all are killing me today. You know, we have a pretend naughty step that we jokingly put each other on. But some of y'all that ain't using allegedly is going to have to go over. And so who's on the naughty step? Who'd y'all put on the naughty step today? It's all in fun. That's right, Nikki. We're going to pin it and leave it. The mother at the pool party, Evan's mom, was good and drunk. Allegedly. Oh, my gracious. Oh, my, I want to say skull and bones, but I won't. Okay. My opinion, skull and bones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys, let's listen to this ex-judge who is a family friend of Nolan Wells's family. And he makes some big points, all right? Like I said, we're super late for our other lives, but they'll wait. They'll wait for us.
Let's get started. So what do we know?
Pebbles Love says,
we know.
I'm going to wait to save my judgment until the facts come out allegedly. Thank you, Pebbles. I appreciate that too.
After watching.
I've said I have no idea what happened to Nolan. I'm not judging nobody. What I am going to say is this. The boy didn't have his phone, but the friend did. The friend did not volunteer the phone. The friend is missing, and the boy kept the phone. The friend, alleged friend, so-called friend, kept the phone. That's a big problem. When they get the phone back, the phone has an entire day missing on Snapchat from Nolan, the victim. When they get the phone back, there's also deleted messages. We're now getting a leaked, deleted photo that by all accounts appears to be freaking real. It's got Evan, allegedly, front and center. It's his house, allegedly. We have the basketball hoop that people have been alleging Nolan was spitting up blood and having a problem breathing, which means he probably had a popped lung and some internal bleeding, most likely. I'm just saying, if any of this is real. They didn't have the keys, and the friend didn't volunteer the keys, even though the car's outside. Okay, so they finally get the keys. He didn't volunteer the keys. They had to coerce him into giving up the keys. Like, we're going to look through and find the keys. All right, so he's like, let me make a call. Okay, that's weird. So keys, phone, deleted messages, and these kids all went to breakfast while Nolan was missing, like went and had like their normal day, even though the guy they were hanging out with was missing, reported missing. I can't To me, that's foul play.
The
At least
parents interview
suspicious. In my
and
humble
reviewing
opinion.
tons of footage from social media, recounting interviews and statements of alleged witnesses that were on Horn Island. We know that Nolan Wells went to spend the night on July the 3rd with his so-called friends. And he went with those so-called friends to Horn Island on a boat on July the 4th. We know that out of the 4 people on that boat, 1 did not return home. That 1 person was Nolan Wells.
Correct.
The other 3 returned home as normal and said nothing to any member of law enforcement or to the Coast Guard until at least 11 p.m. at night on July the 4th. We know that at least 1 of the so-called friends was found with the phone of Nolan Wells. And we know this based on the testimony of the parents, specifically the mother, who tracked the phone.
Yep.
And was led to the home of one of the young men where she retrieved the phone.
Mm-hmm.
We also know that based on the mother's testimony that Snapchat, there were no Snapchats from the day, which was very odd for her son. We also know that text messages were deleted. We know that when she was tracking the phone, Life 360 said the phone was one place and Snapchat said it was another place. We know that the boy that had the phone did not voluntarily turn it over or call first. He had to be found through their own investigation. We know that based on witnesses' account, the so-called friends were seen on July the 5th, that Sunday, having breakfast together like nothing had happened. They were not out there searching for their so-called friend. We know that the so-called friends deleted their social media, deactivated their accounts, and scrubbed it clean if the allegations are correct.
Okay. Stop right there. So did the mother, the judge. They deleted it all. Could have been because there's a pool party fight on there, a pool party where Nolan was going to be seen at a location on land, and then he's found out at sea in the water. Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We know that the young man or the young man that had the car at his house did not willingly turn over the keys. At first, he said that he did not have the keys. He didn't know where they were. Then he, after being pressed by the father, he finally turned over the keys. This is all very suspicious activity. We know that based on an audio recording and some video that Nolan Wells can be heard saying, "Give me my freaking keys." Excuse me, "Give me my freaking phone." And there's been 2 different versions. Some said he said, "Give me my freaking phone," or some say he said, "Give me my MF phone."
But
regardless, he was at.
We got other people saying it was them on that video, but that it did happen with Nolan as well. I'm confused. Not sure on that part if that's Nolan on the video or not. I think we would need the mother and the father to listen to it to determine if that's their son or not. And if it turns out to be Nolan on the viral video saying, "Give me back my freaking phone," okay? If it does turn out to be him, right there, these boys need to be at least detained and totally interrogated. And if it turns out that they took the phone, that's theft. That's time to get your ass. You're going to jail. If you took that boy's phone, you should go to jail. That's theft, and it's the person's emergency contact mechanism device. So that's in a sense holding them hostage. Okay, it's like saying I'm gonna take this and you can't do anything about it. It's wrong. It's illegal. So why are there no arrests about the phone? I'm confused. Daisy Renee says, what is wrong with people these days? Dang. Queen says, you think you had added a great VPN to throw everyone searching for the phone track off? Oh, maybe they thought that. Tanya says they searched that area the day before and found nothing. Then all of a sudden, next day, he's there. His body wasn't waterlogged, by the way. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'll just say it for y'all. Allegedly, according to T-Cries, this judge was in Mississippi and moved because he said he could not live there anymore. Ooh. Nicey Marie says, so sad. He had his whole life ahead of him and a beautiful life, you guys. My opinion, thank you, lovely. The friends know what happened. They can get the media data, the metadata, and it will be stored in the iCloud. Smudger says, or is asking, are the FBI involved yet? At this point, the law enforcement are saying there's no foul play, nothing to see here, go away. And that's why we're here today, because it appears that there's probable cause. There's probable cause. Okay, that's all you need, not reasonable doubt. Not beyond a reasonable doubt. We're not going to court. We just need probable cause that it is likely that a crime was committed. It's highly likely. And you have to wonder, why wouldn't they have said, I got his phone, we got his keys, there's his car. Well, how can we help to search? But instead, they all shut their mouth and go to breakfast and don't say a darn thing. Are you kidding? There's probable cause, in my opinion. In my opinion. Supposedly, Javon had to retrieve his phone from the same boat, allegedly. Something wrong here, y'all. Okay, allegedly. Thank you. Julie says, the things circled by the pool look like the mounts for blocks used as swimmer. I saw for years. Is that Olympic-size pool my pool? I'm not sure, honey. Allegedly, no water in the lungs. We don't know. There's been no way to know because the autopsy report has not been released to anybody. So we have no idea if there is water in the lungs or not. Allegedly. Thank you, Myrna. I think when Nolan was allegedly calling out mom, I think he was calling Evan's mom for help. Then she allegedly came out and made all the witnesses leave, allegedly. I'm wondering if she had all them teenagers sign a non-disclosure agreement as to what happened on her property or threatened to have their life ruined because they're minors drinking, allegedly. I'm just wondering. Not accusing, but I'm suspicious. Just saying, they declared the right away, no crime here, he drowned. Exactly. And I'm like, what? What? You don't even have the autopsy back. Kendricks says, what about allegedly that they beat him up and everyone in that party should be charged, but didn't everyone say he wasn't even seen on a boat? No autopsies have been released. Right, Pebbles Love? Do you think it's psyops? I do not know. I don't know enough about this. Catfoot, I think that the girl next to the older man could be his girlfriend, allegedly. Well, that would be horrifying. He looks like he's in his 30s. Tea with Cries, hello, welcome back. Evan's house. If the pool party is true, Evan's mom needs to be interviewed because they said he was jumped by the boys. Shaking my head. That makes sense. Okay. So let's get into this. I went over to our friend Trapmore Ross. Speaking of Jay Slater, Trapmore Ross is the first time I came across his channel, which he's covering the Nolan Wells case deeply. And so I went back, but coincidentally, the first time that I found out more about Trapmore Ross was in the Jay Slater case when he did an interview with Potter Paper. And Ahab, the guy that had said, you can come back to my place, to Jay Slater, who then proceeded to just, Jay Slater at 19 years old, just in the middle of broad daylight, God's green earth ahead of him, he took to the mountains and then just walked off a cliff that was hundreds of feet down. Just walked. Anyway, Trapmore Ross had done an interview prior to Jay Slater going missing with Potter Paper, who is friends with Ahab, who was in a tiny little room alone with Jay Slater and the last person, allegedly, to truly see Jay Slater alive, in my opinion. So I want to give a shout out. He's got almost 500,000 subs to Trapmore Ross. Go give his channel some love. And let's listen to what he's pulled up.
Of one of the other people that was allegedly one of these people is allegedly a judge who then spoke out and left a long breakdown, which a lot of people thought was very, very suspicious.
Okay. So Ashley Cole is who? Well, Jack, Mama's working. Mama working. Jack is trying to get up in my lap. Hold on. Come here. I'm working, but you can sit here while I talk. You got to sit, though. You can't stand. Okay. Jack's going to be here with me, Lucky on the other side. All right. So we got the boys. It's a different time of the day, y'all, and they are not expecting me to be live right now. Ashley Cole is allegedly the mother of one of these boys. I'm not sure if it's Evan's mom or who she is. But Ashley Cole is a judge, and this is what Trapmore Ross is saying was shared by this mom judge. Okay? All right, here you go.
Ashley Cole. Now, I thought Ashley Cole was a footballer, but, you know, that's Ashley Cole's all over the world, I guess. We got an Ashley Cole in England. But it says, Ashley Cole, the alleged mother of one of the children, who is apparently a judge, left this long message, and a lot of people aren't feeling this. It said, our family, along with the community, grieves the loss of Nolan Wells. Our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Our son, Warren, loved Nolan dearly. Unfortunately, I feel that it's appropriate for our family to dispel some rumours with facts based upon the social media attention that's being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Yes, I deactivated my Facebook. Given the very heightened emotional state of social media right now, I fear for the safety of my child and my children. My husband and I have 6 children, and we covet their privacy. We do not believe it's appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulated throughout the internet, presenting potential threats to our safety. I ain't seen no pictures of her other kids. Don't want to see her other kids. Don't care. A little bit of deflection, if you ask me. I graduated high school with Christine Wells Walmsley. No way, is that the mom? We're from the same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all of the Wells family. What does that have to do with anything, though? That's what makes me wonder. What does that have to do with anything? You're doing a bit too much, if you ask me. It says, we mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Our prayers have been and will continue to be with them. Why did your kid leave him behind? I want to know. My husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point on the 4th of July, but your kid was, allegedly. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He last saw Nolan around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taking on water and they had an issue with the bilge pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. Now, I know we've got our pitchforks out for Ashley Cole, but what she's saying here actually does make sense. I'm not saying I completely agree with everything she's saying. Some of this is doing a little bit too much, and I think the lady doth protest too much in this. But it kind of adds up. If that friend of his saw him at 4 p.m.-ish, all right, one of his day one homies, we'll call him, all right, the white friends... Okay, I can't stop thinking about Juice WRLD song now, it's annoying. He was with his black friends, and then he switches up, and his white friends get on the boat, right? They leave at 4:30, apparently the boat's taken on water, they had an issue with the bilge, and Nolan decided to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. So now we're hearing he's on there messing with a girl, and I think they were talking about the girl did the girl say she see him at, did the girl say she see him at 5 p.m.? No, my bad. I misremembered. I was thinking for a second. I thought the girl said she last saw him at 5 p.m. But he basically stuck around, and I can assume he stuck around also to speak with this girl, because this is kind of one of the last things she saw. So the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. And so basically Ashley Cole is saying that her son was part of the group that left early, seen Nolan at 3 p.m. They left at 4:30. Nolan had said he's going to stick around, hang out on the island, and return back with another group of friends.
Okay, I will say this. Everything that this mother, who says she's a judge, is saying is basically what the narrative has been all along from the kids. So I don't know. And is the photo that was leaked and deleted from the 3rd, the night before? I don't know, you guys. She goes on to say this.
Likely this group of friends, right? So he basically, you know, this guy said that he was with him. He see him, and it says he saw him for the last time at 4 p.m. Now, the other guys, this isn't what quite makes sense, right? So he says his best friend, 17-year-old Javon Williams, said he was supposed to be on the same boat, but it filled up on the way out. Williams rode out on a different boat, but they linked up on the island. He believes he last saw him for the last time at 4 p.m. And then he said he visited with a girl. So we're hearing that the last person he speak to is the girl. Okay. And then Ashley Cole, unless she's lying, she could be lying. She's saying that they last see him at 3 p.m. So he's linked up with his day ones and he's already made a decision and said, you guys go back if the boat's all fucked up. I'm going to stick around with the homies and this chick. That's at least the story she's putting out, okay? But then here we go. The lady doth protest a little too much. She said, yes, I am a judge. I also value transparency. I apologize if anyone was offended I deleted my social media. There were no nefarious motivations in deleting my social media. Social media has a lot of positive.
So she deleted her social media, just like her kids.
Positives, but a whole lot of negatives. We live in a world of clickbaiting. Sad but true. My family is hopeful this information will help redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need.
All right, you guys. So take that for what it's worth. Let's continue. So this person named That Girl Bido says that the guy Evan deleted that one pic with Nolan in it. It was on Threads for a minute before he finally deleted it. I sent it to Attorney Crump. Since all y'all keep trying and not sending to who needs to see it, why did you delete this, Evan? Noel, for why? So allegedly, this is the person that sent it to the lawyer for the family. And here's that whole thing here about that allegedly the fight broke at the pool and all that. I don't know. This person, Alasia Spencer, here's what
they started chirping. They're leaking messages and pictures of a pool party that took place after the island, which what we just saw, y'all. So this is the other message, said, LOL, obviously I did. That's how they got his phone, because I called, LOL. And I don't think they need to be writing LOL if Nolan was your friend. Y'all are too joyful in a moment like this. The whole world is talking about this. LOL, and his phone, and it's cut off right there, y'all, so bear with me, was on top of his Xbox. That's why they requested him to have a private autopsy. LOL, why the... Okay. Oh my God, I was about to curse. Why in the hell they keep writing LOL?
I don't think I'm ever going to put LOL following the word autopsy. What in the world?
That goes to show you, y'all, these people don't have no compassion. It's not in them. Once they came, the house, Evan and Warren had deleted everything, including the video No posted that night, and I showed them the pic of all them at the pool party that night. So there y'all have it. We all know that these are fake friends. I want to tell y'all, please pray that justice gets served, y'all. These people cannot keep getting away with this, y'all.
Amen, Jesus.
But I hope y'all screenshotted this. Whenever you see something on social media, please screenshot it and share it to the best of your ability.
Okay. All right, let me scroll down a little bit further here. They do have a GoFundMe. When I checked last night before I went to bed, and I'm sure it's way bigger now. Last night before I went to bed at about 11 o'clock p.m., it was up to $635,000. $635,164 with a goal of $750,000. Fine, who unlocked it? Yeah, who unlocked that phone? How would they have gotten into it to delete things? That's a good question. that Alicia girl has not called or texted Nolan's mother. That is true. So this person that alleges that this pool fight happened and that Nolan was spitting up blood and calling for his mama, she also alleged that she called Nolan's mother and told her about it all. And then Nolan's mother came on and said she ain't never talked to that girl in her life. She don't even know who she is. So it makes you wonder. There's a lot going on here. Could it be a Diddy type pool party? Oh my God. They did. The boys seemed frightened, the young ones. You can already feel that there's so much to this case. And I just wanted to break it out. I don't care what color our children are. I really don't give a crap. I just want them all safe. And if this boy had foul play happen to him, then people need to be held accountable. And I stand with digging in deeper. I stand with getting to the bottom to find the actual truth for Nolan Wells. Now, I don't know if foul play happened. I don't know if it was an accident, but I damn sure know in my heart of hearts that it seems very suspicious that this phone thing went on at all. If one of my kids didn't come back from the 4th of July and I'm looking for him and there's a missing persons report and I have to track my son's phone to somebody else's house, I'm already on what the hell did you do to my kid? Where's my kid? You're going to be my main focus. Then to find out that your son's keys are also not being readily given to you. Then when you get in the phone, you find out that there's shit deleted and that there's rumors that an altercation happened between your son and someone else. And now your child done been found in the water. Things need to be looked at. This is serious. And the utmost respect to his parents who have restored some of my faith that there are parents out there that care as much about their children as I do about mine, because I'll go to the ends of the earth to figure out what happened to my children. And they are too. And they are digging in. But is this really a leaked, deleted photo from the 4th? Or is it a leaked photo from the 3rd? Is there, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in the Jay Slater case with Papagayo. Did it happen the night before? Was it that night? I just want to dig in deeper. There's a lot to this. And out of respect for Nolan's family, I want to be there to support them in getting the police to see that there is a lot of reasons to get a probable cause on the people that had the phone, on the people that had the keys that never spoke up and said, hey, your son's missing. We got his stuff over here. We got his car right here. None of it. I just can't. And so with that being said, we're going to jump over. Now, some of you don't do this. Some of you, this isn't your thing. Some of you do. So if you would like to continue on today with me, we're going to find out according to the cards. I'm going to pull some cards, see what they say as to what happened to Nolan Wells. Now remember, I don't rely on any other spirits, just Jesus. Jesus is my savior. And, the rule is that we're a free will. And so I don't allow any other spirits or any of that. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. Jesus is my savior, but I talk to God all the time. And I feel he talks to me. So we're going to pull some cards and see what the cards are that share this story of what happened truly to Nolan. Now, after that, you guys, we are going to hand it over to the beautiful, beautiful members. And our private eyes are going to get the first 10 minutes to ask any question they'd like, and I'll pull some cards for them. And then we're going to hand it back over to our 1111 family and let them ask every single question they want. And that's just subscribing, which is free to everybody. But I want to get to the bottom of this. So if you want to continue on, and I've got Jack right here under my armpit giving me love. If you want to continue on with me, I will be continuing. And if today this is where you leave me, I want to say, let me get over here. I normally say, I love you. But today we're going to say, Jack, are you big? Are you big boy? Are you big boy? Can you say, see you later, alligator? We'll see you again soon. All right, my lovelies, are you ready to make the jump together? Let's do the time warp again. And just like that.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise from the dark.